On this video, I share my formula for managing my thyroid condition.
Hi everyone, it's Anaeli, your favorite health advocate that's all about designing and creating a healthy and balanced lifestyle that honors who you are, your preferences, and who you want to be. For today's video, I'm gonna get vulnerable. I'm gonna share with you my story on hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's. The reason I want to share it with you is that we've been interacting in this community for a while, and I've created, this formula or this program as a health coach to help others create and achieve health goals. But I want them to do it before they receive a health care. Not like I did, that I waited for that health care to surface in order to do the transformation. So the intention of me sharing my story with you is to learn from my mistakes, and hopefully if you are doing them, you can change them before a health care. And also because I do believe that right now I've achieved a lifestyle that I'm not only loving and enjoying, but that actually nurtures my body, my mental, my emotional health. And that is key to really be successful at living. That's something we take very little pride of these days, or we think that being professional at living means other things, and we forget to prioritize and really honor the things that really matter in life. So today I'll be sharing you my story in the hopes that you get inspired, that you get a wake-up call if you need to, or that you're able to manage hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's successfully. Because as of today, I got good news this past week, and it's that my thyroid is working as it should. I'm Hypothyroid, and I'm very, very excited about it. It took me a year and a half or something like that, but I'm very happy to finally be in a place where my thyroid is working properly. So yeah, I want to share my story. Are you ready to listen to it? Here we go. We'll start in 2019. I promise this is not going to be a day by day. But we have to go back to 2019 when I was first diagnosed. I remember feeling really scared, really discouraged with that diagnosis. I must admit, when I looked in the mirror, I really didn't like what I saw. It was very far from the persona I thought I would end up being. But yeah, before the diagnosis, I prioritized work. I had a better relationship with anxiety than with vegetables. Takeout wasn't speed dial. Me in the kitchen were no friends. I rarely took the time to nurture my body or nurture myself. I was all about producing, and just really prioritizing not so helpful things in my life. So when I got diagnosed, I was discouraged, first of all, because it's an easily trackable disease in my gene pool. But at the same time, when I was researching the disease, I realized I had a lot to do. It was not just genetics. I did a great part to put myself in that situation. I drove my body on overdrive so many years that really at one point I asked, how did it not break out sooner, right? But yeah, at that point I really was offered two options. I could keep doing what I was doing, take the pill and just forget about it, accept my fate as it was. And no disrespect to my family members, but I really didn't like the lifestyle that you get if you embrace a thyroid condition that way. Or I could hang on to dear life in the glimpse of hopes I was reading about how to treat the disease holistically, how to treat the condition holistically. By holistically, it's just not just the pill, it's a whole transformation of your lifestyle, of your daily habits, really a complete makeover on how you were running your life. But the catch with that one was that when I was looking into like the profile that you needed to be, or the lifestyle that you needed to embrace to achieve that, I was so far from it, light years away. I mean, I could not recognize the persona I needed to become. It was just not in my cards. But when I looked at my other option, I really couldn't settle for that. I really couldn't just accept it. So I decided to take the holistic route. And I need to say this so you can understand the big picture here. My family is mostly doctors. I was already a black sheep for choosing advertising instead of medicine. So when I was approaching this holistic alternative, I must admit I was a little skeptical. You know, I was a little hesitant because my upbringing was completely different. But reading that approach really gave me hope, really calmed my nerve, really quieted down my queries, my insecurities that the other side the other option was bringing to me. So I decided to do that. There's one trick I did in order to commit to that one. I promised myself I would be honest to who I was. The thing is that as I read who I needed to be, and I accepted that I was so far from where I needed to be, I knew that if I went guns blazing for that, it would not stick. I would not be able to sustain it because I would hate it. And the whole thing about me approaching the disease head on was to enjoy living. You know, the way I was doing it was not working. I would not go from bad route 1 to another bad route 2, right? So I promised I would be accepting of where I was, honor my preferences, and find a way to enjoy the transformation, enjoy who I would become, be very selfish with who I wanted to become. You know, it was not sort of thing of, okay, let me just drop everything I was and become this new person. It was not going to work for me that way. So I started changing slowly but surely. Started prioritizing the things that really mattered. I started prioritizing my sleep. That was the first thing, because I should have started here. Things that you need to know. I was best friends with anxiety. I was a workaholic. I'd rather stress my life more. I would not nourish my body positively. And I would take pride in not sleeping and stressing over everything. That was me. So I started shifting that. That for me was a huge shift that I was able to pursue, right? I also started cooking. That was another big game changer for me, because me and the kitchen were not a match. People, I would burn bacon, that degree. But if I wanted to honor my preferences and the things I did like, I had to be more hands-on in how they were made, how the new food was made. And I slowly but surely started paving that way. You know, I accepted it was a long road ahead, and I paced myself. I never run faster than I could. I paced myself. 4 months in, great results. Not only on my lab work, but I was starting to feel it. I was starting to feel less tired, less fatigued. I was a little bit more optimistic. I was a little bit more happy with the person I was looking in the mirror, with the transformation, how it was coming, into what I was transforming. I was starting to like that part too. I was not deceiving to who I was, but I was liking the new option, the new version of me. And fast forward in that rhythm, in that mindset, in that formula, I started losing the weight. I started to have my energy. It was not that I was not fatigued, it was that I had energy to play with my toddler, to play with my dogs, to have time to do all the errands in my house and still have the energy to be not only a woman and my own needs, but be a lover, be a mother, be a friend. And that was amazing for me, and I was really refreshing, because I haven't felt like that in quite a while. And that's the thing. We live in a culture where we're normalized feeling sucky. We're content with that. We are okay with feeling less than ideal. And we shouldn't suck at living, you guys. We should be and aim to be professionals at living and enjoying the lifestyle we create for us. We have the power to create that lifestyle. Our choices, our daily commitments, our daily actions, that's what really matters. And for the first time in my life, I was prioritizing that. And by doing that, my thyroid was working with me. We were connecting and starting synchronizing and starting working together. I was helping her, she was helping me. And for the first time, I felt bonded and aligned with my thyroid. And guess what? That's when it started healing. It was just not working well, it was healing. And I could feel it in my mind, in my body, in my soul that it was working. So, fast forward to today, when I got the results that it's finally working as it should, that I realized that, hey, my story should be told, not because it's an amazing story, but it can inspire others to make the shift, to honor their slow pace, to honor if they have to approach health differently than others. They have to create their own formula. It's okay. And that's why I became a health coach, because I want to help those people out. I want them to feel this euphoric energy, euphoric happiness that you feel when your life honors who you are and works towards being a better you. Ultimately, that is what I want to do as a health coach. I want to help other people find their formula, get creative in the designing of that lifestyle. There are different portions, there are different aspects that can only work for them. So now a year and a half or something more later, I have a proper working thyroid, I have a thriving lifestyle which I enjoy living every single day, and I'm here to share it with you guys in the hopes that you can make adjustments before the health scare. And if you're already like me that needed that health care, find the opportunity and give yourself, it should be said like that, give yourself the opportunity to transform your life around and get back in a healthy track. So I hope you find some value and some insight in my story, and it serves as inspiration to not make the same mistakes I did, and to somehow motivate you to find that formula, that healthy and balanced lifestyle that works for you. Just know that you have here an advocate that's willing to help you find it and guide you through that health journey to the best version. Support is always needed, and know that there is plenty of people out there to help you, me being one of them. If you have a story you want to share, my comment section is ready for your story to be sure to be heard. I'm sure this loving and caring community will support it and be proud and help you celebrate your achievements. So thank you for your time, and I guess I'll see you on my next video. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay balanced. Bye.